Here's a video on factoring worksheet number 5. This is on factoring the difference of squares. Generally speaking, when you have two terms that are perfect squares, like a squared minus b squared, you could actually factor it like this. Now, if you have common factors, pull them out first, and then see if the first term and last term are perfect squares, and then you could break it down like this. Like, see, 9x squared is a perfect squared, because the square root of that is 3x. One's also perfect squared. Square root of that is 1. This is assuming all the variables are holding positive values. So you could write this as 3x minus 1 and 3x plus 1. And it works itself out, because if you were to FOIL it, 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 1 is positive 3x. Negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x. And negative 1 minus 1 is negative 1. The middle terms will cancel as they should, because that's why we did the factoring in this manner. So you see it checks itself out. So if we look at number 2, 4n squared. So again, you can think of a squared as equaling 4n squared. When I square root, a is 2n. You can think of b squared as 49. When you square root, b is 7. So you could write as 2n minus 7 and 2n plus 7. Now let's talk about the last two problems, 29 and actually, let's do ones that have a common factor to pull out, like number 20. You probably should pull out the 6 first. And then you can break it down like this. Oops. 3v, 3v, u and u, and a plus and a minus. That's different to two squares. Let's try that's a u, my bad. Now, sometimes you'll see something like number 29, where you don't see a square for the variables. Still do the same thing. So if you're letting a squared equals 16m6, if you square root, a equals 3m3. And 3m3. Then n6, if you let b squared be n6, well, guess what? Square root, b is n3, 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 plus, and minus, and there we go. Oops. Just realized square root of 16 is 4. I should know that. That's okay. It's always good to make mistakes, not edit the video. So you realize that I'm human. Hopefully you realize, wait one sec, what's wrong here? That's good if you realize that, because I was incorrect. So there we go. That makes sense. And I knew I did it wrong, because when I tried to FOIL it in my head, I realized, oh yeah, 3 times 3 is not 16. 4 times 4 is 16. And there we go. So that concludes this video.